I never thought I'd have to turn my mother-in-law into the police.
What? Did I do something?
Are you going to play dumb? I thought I'd give it some thought if you would apologize right away, but I guess that's not going to happen.
I'm sorry. I really don't understand what you mean, Emma.
You came to my house every day and steal everything. It's not much. I've run out of patience. I'm going to talk to the police.
What makes you think it was me?
Because you're the only one who has our duplicate key.
I keep it, but never use it.
Why don't you just admit?
I mean, I'm in the hospital.
What?
I'm in a hospital for a week. I didn't tell you because it might make you worried.
Did you even go out from the hospital to steal?
I'm grounded. I wouldn't do that.
Then who?
Did you call the police?
Not yet. I figured we were the ones to be embarrassed by a crime against our people. I thought it's fine as long as you return what you took.
Nick knows about it too, right?
He said he will tell you, so I waited, but since you didn't show any sign of telling me, I was at my limit too. I'm sorry for doubting you.
You can't be blamed for thinking that under circumstances.
So what did they steal? Well, at first it was my cosmetics and makeups.
I wonder if it's a woman.
But then it escalated and started stealing things like electronics.
Even things like that?
Hair dryers and facial equipment. Yesterday, a rice cooker was missing. I couldn't live like this, so I got mad and called you.
So nothing else was stolen?
Yes, I don't have anything else.
What do you mean? You can't steal something like that. You should tell the police.
After all, that's right.
Could it be that Nick is the culprit? No. Would he do something like stealing from his own house?
Oh, him who lose money.
Indeed. But it's scary. What about installing security cameras or something?
I thought about that, but hesitated because it might be quite expensive. I heard that there are rental ones available, and if the culprit is caught, you can cancel the contract. That sounds great. Thank you, I will. Which hospital are you in? I'm going to visit you.
You don't have to come. I'll be out soon.
What's your illness?
Just a little stomachache. I'm really fine, don't worry.
But now that I know, it can't be like that.
You should take care of your own stuff.
Sorry. Well, let's celebrate your recovery when you get out of the hospital.
Thanks. I look forward to it.
Mother, it is so crazy. Nothing happened while I had a rental security camera installed. But as soon as I returned it was burglarized again.
What?
Only my husband and I know that we returned the camera.
Don't tell me Nick is the one.
Even in the police investigation, the only fingerprints found inside the house were the family's.
But the culprit might have been wearing gloves.
I should have at least put a security camera at the entrance. I thought it was better not to do anything unnecessary, since it's a rented house, but that wasn't a good idea.
Maybe it's time to move out of the house and into a condo.
With all the expenses we've incurred with this burglary, we can't afford to.
That's for sure.
In this case, Nick is the only one I can think of, right? Maybe he needs the money for some reason.
Akari-san, I'm sorry for not telling you until now.
What?
Actually, I've received a present from Nick.
That's normal for a mother and son.
It was a brand bag. Maybe the boy stole it to buy it?
I think sometimes you give one thing as a token of your appreciation.
That's not one or two things.
Huh? I told him many times that I couldn't get this much, but he wouldn't listen as he says, let me do something nice in return.
I didn't know.
He told me not to tell Akari. I'm sorry. Can you keep quiet about this?
I understand.
Did you give it to another woman as a gift similar to that?
I'd like to believe not.
But wait a minute.
What?
I don't think you could buy something that expensive, even if he sold the items stolen from our house.
I know. Maybe he's doing this other thing too?
Oh my god, he's such a...
I'm ashamed as a parent. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. My husband is a grown man. You should know the differences between right and wrong.
I'm embarrassed.
How am I supposed to look to my neighbors that my son is a criminal?
It's so embarrassing. My family members are thieves.
What are you going to do now? I don't want to make it as big a deal as possible, so I'm going to talk to him. If he doesn't confess, I may consider divorce.
Well, that's the only way.
But I doubt he'll admit it so easily. I've been his wife for 5 years. I can tell when he's lying.
I hope so.
I'll decide if I'm going to file a police report or not after that.
Okay.
How are you feeling?
I've been out of the hospital for a while now, and I feel fine.
I'm glad to hear that. Please take it easy.
Thank you.
Nick, you're being suspected?
What? That much?
It's the culprit of the theft racket. Emma is about to turn you into the police.
Why? I wouldn't steal it.
You once gave me a bag. I told her about it, then she got suspicious.
It was a Mother's Day present.
You didn't find any fingerprints of anyone other than your family, right? Then it's a situation that you can be helped but be suspected.
Then it's the same for Emma.
She's even more suspicious because the theft was discovered when the security camera was removed.
How can they make money by stealing such old, worn-out appliances?
If they were new and good, wouldn't you be able to sell them for a lot of money?
No way. Even the rice cooker is a normal one that I've been using for 5 years. Selling them at a recycle store won't even bring a few thousand yen.
That's right. Even their newest and expensive hair dryers, but the older ones are stolen.
Is that so?
So you're saying they didn't steal it for the money?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I actually thought you were a little suspicious.
Oh my god.
I can't believe you can afford to buy brand name bags.
I make a lot of money.
Really?
At least 3 million.
What are you talking about? It's lower than average.
I'm talking about monthly income.
What? That much? I have many times that in bonuses, and it's not like it hurts my pocket to buy a bag for my mother. Then more and more, there's no reason for you to steal.
That's right. There's no way I'd do something as petty as resell it.
I was suspected of having a duplicate key too. And I'd like to get this sorted out as soon as possible.
Can I show up tonight? I need to talk to you.
Okay, I'll wait for you.
Nick denied it. He said he never did it.
So?
That's enough. I give up. Sorry for the trouble.
Oh, it's okay?
Yes, I am. I'm tired of doubting my own people.
So you're going to bring the curtain down before it falls on you?
Yes?
Nick came to my house the other day, and we talked about various things. And we decided to assign a detective on you.
Why did you do that?
Because you're the culprit. Don't play innocent.
It wasn't me.
Oh well, then describe the apartment you're renting.
You've
been smuggling out electronics, and cosmetics to use there, haven't you?
That's...
What kind of person would rent an apartment and hire a man when you're a housewife? They know everything?
That's right. Nick had a detective following you.
When I heard the report, I was also surprised. I almost fell off my back.
I was surprised too.
What? Like it's someone else's problem. It's something you did yourself.
Your investigation report. What a surprise.
What?
Your behavior was so suspicious that Nick assigned a detective to investigate.
Wait a minute. I don't understand. I put a detective on you.
By the way, I never rented an apartment, and the whole theft racket is a lie.
What?
Installing cameras and calling the police are all lies too.
You cheat me? That's terrible.
That's mutual, isn't it? You lied about being in a hospital too. I asked your husband. He said you were home the whole time. There's no use in making excuses now. I know everything.
I don't understand what you're trying to say.
You stole money from us with a duplicate key, didn't you?
Look what you've come up with.
The trap we set this time was that the crime was committed by our relatives only. Weren't you upset to get suspected?
No, I wasn't.
Dare to suggest to go ahead with the police and security cameras. It was all in an act to keep yourself from being suspected, wasn't it? That's enough. That's my word. You knew, didn't you? That our tenant landlord comes directly to collect rent.
So what?
And that there's always about 100,000 yen in cash at the end of the month for that.
How would I know?
You know, that's why you put 1 or 2 out every month.
Are you still accusing me? I told you I didn't use a duplicate key.
I checked the envelope today to pay the landlord, and 20,000 yen was gone.
I don't know.
Don't you think it's strange that it was there until the day before yesterday? It's obvious that someone stole it yesterday.
If you're a housewife, you should at least take care of your money.
I'm in trouble because I do. Then it was Nick, wasn't it? Even he has 30,000 yen allowance. He's not the kind of person who would steal the rent.
What?
Nick earns 3 million a month, but you only give him 30,000? That was a lie.
What? What in the world is a lie? I don't understand anymore.
Nick has an average annual income.
Why did he lie about 3 million a month?
Then you would feel less guilty and you would come back to steal from him again. That's what I was aiming for.
What?
I got it right this time. I didn't know there was such a thing as renting a security camera. Thanks for the information.
Wait a minute.
I won't wait. Even though Nick gave you brand name goods only once. But you gave me false information that you got a lot of them.
Did I say that?
That's how you made us suspect either your son or me. I was texting you thinking like, you son of an old monkey, but I was so upset.
How dare you talk to your mother-in-law like that?
At first, I really had no idea why the money was disappearing. After discussing it with my husband, we wondered if it might have been you. I came up with this plan to prove it.
You could have just kept the camera instead of going through all this trouble.
If she only shows up at the end of the month, we would only have one chance a month. I realized it last month, so this was the month to do it. I decided to pretend that there was a theft at our house and see how you would react. Maybe you say, I didn't take the rice cooker, but I took the money, sorry. I had some hope to be like this. But instead, you tried to frame me and my husband. I'm so disappointed.
Oh no, I'm being found out.
What a bore. I was enjoying the thrill of it. According to the detective, he also shoplifted at the store. I didn't know detectives could do that. We have the evidence. I can go to the police for this, but Nick said he wants you to turn yourself in. I don't want to. Let's not do this anymore. I think I have a good sense of shoplifting, because I've never been caught once, right? Do you want something? I can steal it for you. Don't be silly. I'm not doing this for money. Then what do you do this for? If I wanted money, I would have sold the bag Nick gave me long ago. That thrill is addicting. Won't you try it too? That's right. How about you do the lookout? Don't be silly. That bag is the one my husband finally bought after working so hard to save up the money. It would have been free if he stole it. I don't think it's possible, as Brownham's store has all the security. When he was a child, you saw a TV show and said, I'll never own such a luxury brand in my life. Nick remembered that for a long time. Even that feeling was trampled upon by you. Can you understand his despair? You remembered it? Such a sweet boy. You are our kleptomaniac. What's that? It's a mental disorder that you cannot stop the shoplifting and stealing. I'm sick? Then I'm innocent, right? No, you're not. No one has ever been acquitted because of it. Will I get caught? No, I'm ashamed. Even my husband and I are embarrassed that you're a thief. Still, we want you to be rehabilitated, so we're telling you to turn yourself in. Don't worry, I'm reformed now. I won't do it again. I'll return the money and the goods. I don't use it because I just enjoy taking it. That's alright, right? No good. You'll do it again in a minute. Please help me. We've been getting along so well. I didn't think you were a thief, so... Where's Nick? Are you with him? I think he would understand if I talked to him. Please guess why he doesn't call or line you directly. My husband is the most hurt. I'm sorry. Your husband already knows about this. He was very angry. I'm sure he's at the lawyer's office right now, discussing the divorce. Why is he abandoning me? You have no idea what it's like to be a family member of a criminal. You think we can stop normally at the store where you shoplifted? The least we can do is to keep our distance. Oh no. My husband is trying to give a refund to the store you shoplifted from. What? Imagine Nick bowing down for something he didn't do. If you still want to try to save yourself, you can escape or whatever. I told you I'm sorry. I can only tell that you don't feel any sorry. Thank you for your help for the past 5 years. Please don't worry about Nick and your husband. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. So don't leave me alone. Goodbye. It seemed that my mother-in-law turned herself in. The total amount of shoplifting at supermarket, drugstores, and grocery stores exceeded 1 million yen. It is said that this is one of the biggest shoplifting cases in Japan. My father-in-law and ourselves couldn't stand the cold stares from the neighbors. We decided to move and change jobs. It seems like my mother-in-law did not a prison sentence, but perhaps it would have been easier to go to jail, losing our house, money, and family, and start from scratch. It was difficult to find a job that would hire her over the age of 60. After that, she repeatedly shoplifted several times, and after the fourth time, she was sentenced to prison. And it seems she got her wish. I have not heard from my mother-in-law at all. I don't think she can even find the words to say to her son or her husband. I sincerely hope that she will reflect well and live the rest of her life honestly.